Hello, friends out there in YouTube land. I'm Robert Hamm with RobertHammPhotography.com. You can catch me over on Twitter at RobHammPhoto. You can find me on both Facebook and YouTube at /Robert Hamm Photography. Today we've got another check out my camera, and I've got a box in, so I think this is going to be pretty exciting. And I have a new classic that's right here with me, the Olympus 35 RC. I wonder if these two might have something in common. I don't know. Let's open the box and find out. Now, I can tell you about the 35 RC that I've got a roll of film already out for processing, and I had an absolutely wonderful time photographing with that camera. One of the couple quirks that it had is that otherwise pristine or otherwise in pristine condition, the camera itself, the rangefinder didn't work. So, although the shooting was fun and easy using the Sunny 16 rule and photographing some things, the won't know about the focus until later, but I have no reason to think that the focus won't work. Looking in here, we got something that feels nice and big. Okay, packaging was great. I bought this from a member on eBay who said that he had performed a recent CLA and also new light seals, and that everything was good. Doesn't suffer from the squeaky or sticky shutter syndrome. SSS, the triple S. You can't see any of this. Let me go ahead and just give you a little bird's eye peeper's view right here. Okay, so you probably would have enjoyed that a little earlier. Yeah, I know. So here we go. We're opening up the camera. Some light starting to come through. It looks pretty good so far. And got some tape on the front of it apparently in order to hold the lens cap on, and look at that. Look at that. What's the difference? This is the RD. This is the DC. Let's go ahead and get this painter's tape off of here. Okay. Oh, that was a nice little piece of tissue. This does not come with the skylight filter, which is a shame. I'd hoped that it has, but it does have a regular filter pitch and 49mm filter thread, so I'm excited about that. Let's keep this viewpoint and just look real quick about the differences in the camera sizes. I'm going to try to really bring this in nice for us. This is the RC. This is the rangefinder compact. That's what that stands for. This is the RD, the rangefinder deluxe. And you can notice that there is a difference in size. It is pretty substantial. Let's go ahead and lower the vantage point for you even more. Okay, you're just going to have to bear with me with this on post-processing because I'm not going to edit this out. But I do like this vantage point for you. All right, there you go. So there's a difference, but it's not too terribly much. The cameras themselves on plane right here with one another. You can see it a little bit better. There's a bit of an angle here. What we'll notice is there's a shutter button up top. There's no shutter button here. The shutter's on the lens. The aperture's still on the lens as well. The stops actually run backwards. This is so the f/16 is on this side of the lens on here. f/22 is over here. This one goes up to f/22 and down to 2.8. This goes to 1.7 up to 16. This is a 5-element lens. This is a 6-element lens. This lens has actually both of the lenses. Well, I'm not going to say that. I think they have some coatings. I think I'm getting the Bright Star 1A filter or the Skylight filter confused here. You'll see a black shutter button release as opposed to a chrome. This is a black plastic, feels like. Yeah, this is plastic and this is chrome, so it's got a cool feel to it. And the shutter, the rewind or the film advance lever is on the top here as opposed to the side right here. But this isn't a comparison against the others. This is about us. So let's pick this guy back up just a little bit and continue our conversation. All right, so this is the Olympus 35 RD. And one of the first things I want to check out is the actual focusing. Does it focus properly? You have to be on plane with the subject in order to get the focus. I don't know. Can't tell. I don't think it focuses right. But it does here. Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's great. Okay, about out back. Yep, focus is working beautifully, especially if you're far away. Yeah, the focus works just like expected. So trying to focus on you right here, we're too close. We're within its focal ability, so I can't quite focus it just enough. Um, this camera focuses down to, I think, 2.8 feet, like 2 feet 9 inches. We're closer than that, so there's definitely no ability to get the focus where we want right there. So I'm happy to say this focus works excellently. My other focus doesn't work very well at all. Um, it's the linkage. But I'm going to get this one fixed. That's okay. Let's give a walk around the camera. First of all, we've got our lens. We've got our light, our CDS sensor right there. And we set our film speed somewhere else right here. We set the film speed on the lens. So you select everything from 25 all the way up to 800 right there just by moving that little, it's a little lever. It's a metal lever. You got to press it in. And I didn't like the metal guide number lever that they had over there. I thought that it was odd that you'd have this little metal piece sticking out, which is pretty jagged. You can feel it. Not that it's going to cut you by any means, but you can feel it. But the reality is it's pretty nice. Also, we have our flash guide number over here, so we can change all the way up to a guide number of 90 feet, which is nice. Bottom of the camera has the same design as far as how it opens, and you can see that little hook design that's present on both. This is where the battery goes. I generally won't use a light meter, so I'm not worried about that. Tripod mount and the film rewind release. Moving to the top plate, we're going to see our flash sync. This will do X, and I don't should do X and possibly M for the little port on the side, but it is a flash mount. So if you have a flash mounted right here, you do not have to have a sync cable unless it's not compatible with this. However, I got to check the manual for that. And then, of course, our rewind. On the sides, you just see the sync cable and, of course, the lugs. On the back, so extraordinarily clean. So far, this camera looks excellent. It looks like it's in really great condition. We have our viewfinder, great working condition. Let's go ahead and pop it open and see what we can see upon opening it. Oh, how nice. We've got some moisture concerning stuff. And yes, the light seals all around here. Yep. Yeah, so the light seals all the way around here have been replaced. So excellent work there. And you can see that big rear element in there and the light. Now let's actually get a look through the lens. This is a 5 aperture lens. When I'm looking through the back of it, I can see some either wear marks. Yeah, they're wear marks. Okay, which is good. I was worried that I was seeing just through the recording. I was worried that I was seeing some, stuck shutter syndrome. They use the helicoid grease that's in here drips down over time, so you need to get these things serviced. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it on bulb. Do that by setting the lens to B on the front and then wind it, and then we're going to open it. Yeah, so we're open. We're at F4 currently, so I'm just going to cycle through the f-stops so that you can see too. Right here, as soon as I can get my fingers on it. So we're open at 1.7. Okay. Well, that's A. We're at 1.7. Probably won't see anything 2. 2.8. It should be 4, 5, 6. Oh, so it didn't go back down as I had them open. So let's try that again. Let's just make sure on bulb we get an F16 right now. We do. Do we get an F11? We do. Do we get an F8? We do. It's 5, 6. It's 4, 2, 8, 1.7. And I can't tell if it's going. Yeah, it is going down. Okay, so that's good. So that tells us that we've got a good shutter. In fact, for all of that, the shutter might be sticky and I don't know. Let's try a 1/30th of a second. Okay, I said shutter earlier. I meant aperture. Oh, looks pretty good. Not stuck open and we're closed again. 1/125th. Huh? We're experiencing stuck shutter syndrome. You can see it right now. 1/250th. You can see it. You see it right there. Okay, so we've got a problem, and I paid a premium for this camera because of the CLA that was supposedly done to it. Okay, so the fast shutter speeds obviously work. Let's go ahead, check through. We're going to look through the lens too right here. We should be able to see a little bit more on how it's working. Let's come back down here, 1/500th at f1.7. Yeah, looks like it's. Well, look, I'm going to continue that. I've got to do some testing on this to make sure that it's actually in working condition. There's no batteries in it, so it should have been working just fine in manual mode. So we'll continue with that. Otherwise, the camera's in great condition, and in my next video about shoot film, I'll give you an update on whether or not this camera ended up working or whether I sent it back. However, I really enjoy it. I like it, and I know that the Olympus 35 RC was extremely enjoyable. These two are very similar cameras. Right off the bat, I think I like the size of the 35 RC better than the 35 RD. That's just what I can tell you just from feeling it. I'm Robert Hamm with RobertHammPhotography.com. Catch me over on Twitter at RobHammPhoto. You can find me on both Facebook and YouTube /RobertHammPhotography. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button. If you did not like this video, let me know by smashing that dislike button 2 times, not once, but twice. And as always, keep shooting, my friends.